Previously on the show that has been so aptly and poignantly titled, New Crits on the Block.
Ratilla the Hun coming bursting out of a nearby storm drain and charging at you, a big, beefy-looking were-rat that looks real fucking dangerous. Richard Rattenborough, he runs back into the sewer drain that Ratilla the Hun came from, and he vanishes off the screen. And you slit its throat, and it bleeds out as all of you are basically like hanging off of it, and it falls into the shit. And somewhere, David's brother, Richard, is alive. Somewhere in the distance of the sewers, you hear, "Welcome back to Havenport, everybody. It's September 4th, and you know what day that is."
No.
It's Labor Day.
Oh, happy
That's
Labor
not-
Day.
Yeah, that's not really fun. It's Labor Day. Yay!
Woo.
I mean, it's
Yay.
fun, like, because you're not working,
Yeah.
but it's not like fun because it's not like a stupid holiday like National Mouthguard Day.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
let's
mouth
help.
guard as in like for...
Like wear your mouth guard so you don't get your teeth knocked out in sports.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep,
Good to honor
and it's
them.
also eat an extra dessert day.
Done.
Oh,
That's every day
celebrating
for
it.
me.
Yeah,
I was gonna say. I didn't know
Brian
you
beat
need
me
a
to
holiday.
it. That's just every day that ends in Y. Yeah. So anyone listening to this, if you're like having a cookie, maybe eating some ice cream, maybe have another.
I mean, that would just be part of dessert. I feel like you need a pause in between that dessert and then
Yeah.
second dessert, because otherwise it's just one
Big
dessert.
dessert.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. Can you eat a second helping of that, or do you have to have a completely different dessert for it to be second dessert?
We already had dessert. What about
Yeah.
second
No,
dessert?
that's why I feel like the pause is
Yeah.
important here.
The pause
The
is
pause
important.
is important.
So you can have more cookies. They just have to be
Spaced
What?
out.
Broken up.
Right.
10
Yeah.
minutes? What are we talking? 20 minutes?
Yeah, what's the
I'm not-
break?
Probably 10 or 15.
What is what
Yeah, I'd say
officially
10.
makes a different meal? Like, do you have to like
Having
clean your
stopped
plate,
chewing.
right? Like, how officially do you break up a meal? If you get up and like use the bathroom and come back, is now a new meal?
No.
No.
No. If you put your like dishes away and then you go get new dishes.
I think it's a mental thing, right? I think if you
Yeah.
mentally were like, I'm done, and then 10 minutes later you're like, fuck, I'm not done. I think that makes it
Yeah.
a sec. If you truly, sincerely believe you are finished with your meal, and then you just can't help yourself and go back for more, I think that is what makes it sick. I think it's an intangible, right? I think it's a feeling.
I do that a lot.
Well, no, because if you're at Thanksgiving and you're like, oh, I couldn't eat another bite, and then like an hour
Grandma
later,
brings
Get
out the
another
pie.
plate.
you go
Yeah.
get another plate.
That's another
just-
meal.
That's a second helping.
That is
a second helping.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a meal. That's a second helping.
No,
Okay,
you take
even
it
an hour
home.
apart.
That's a
Wait,
second helping.
if you take it home and then you make another plate with those leftovers,
Yeah,
that
that's a
same
whole new meal.
evening,
that's
that
a whole
same-
meal.
Wait,
That's
if it,
That's a
only if it's still
separation, the drive.
only if it's still an hour apart.
The drive is what does it.
If you get in the car,
So it's not just so much the driving, but the time, right?
The
So there's a
location
break.
change.
Yeah.
The location change.
The location change.
Okay,
Well,
all right.
I went
See?
from outside my house to So wait, is inside my every meal house.
Oh,
inside this house is one meal?
Yes, and that's why I keep eating and I can't stop.
Yes.
we are
Pitch a meal.
There's a reason why this podcast is a podcast and doesn't have any visual components, because I am disgusting. I just never stop eating.
Ben's in a pile of chips right now. We can't get out.
Yeah.
Just got to eat it.
I
all.
just tried one of these flavor flips and I can't get away from it.
Flavor flips. Yeah.
Flavor flip, flavor
Yeah.
flip, flavor
Flavor
flip.
flip. Flavor flip.
It's so good, you guys. I'm telling you, that is a good product.
It's going to become a thing and I'm going to be so mad when it does.
Doritos
Yeah.
sponsor us.
Yeah. Yeah. Doritos
Yeah, all you
do it.
Doritos listeners out there.
Or else.
All you Doritos
email,
bigwigs.
email your local
Mr.
Doritos
Frito-Lay.
rep, I guess.
Mr. Frito and Mr. Lay.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
both.
Yeah, are they two different?
Yeah, I
Gentlemen?
I guess it could be hyphenated.
It's a hyphenated name. It's
yeah,
for-
like
maybe they got married.
Johnny Frito.
they got married. Yeah, they got married and got.
Hold on.
Ben's gone.
Oh,
Eep. It's okay.
Okay.
So,
What?
let him get
What?
back
Cut
here.
this out.
Yep.
What is that about?
There he is.
Everything's
couldn't
fine.
handle
I didn't turn off my Audacity.
Yeah.
Turn
Oh, I
on
did. I already
camera.
quit. I'm gone for the day.
Okay, so sorry.
It's
So
like, it's like
anyway,
if there's a blip in the internet at work. I'm like, well,
that's it. No more work can be done.
and that's lunch. That's second lunch.
Yeah, second lunch.
because there's been time between the first lunch. And therefore, it's second lunch.
Last episode, you murdered everything. That was an easy recap. There was a very intense fight with a lot of diseased rats that really fucked you guys up pretty bad. But you made some sound tactical choices and you managed to defeat them all, and nobody went down. Soot got real close. Gush had to use some abilities, but with them, you guys did good. And you now stand over the body of Ratilla the Hun, this beefed out rat that rat that you have taken out. It doesn't have anything on it. It's literally just used its claws and its bite. Obviously, the rats don't have any loot. They're rats.
Damn it.
There's a lot of rat bodies if you want to take it. But you now find yourselves here in the sewers surrounded by dead rats. And somewhere David Rattenborough took off. So I don't know what
Did
you want to
we-
do.
you
Do
mean
you want to go
Richard?
try to hunt him down? Do you want to rest first? Do you have time to rest? These are all questions you need to be asking yourselves.
Look,
I'm going to hobble over and be like, again, that was very challenging for my bird body.
You put one of your wings in a sling.
I got my wing in a sling. I have
a wing sling.
a big bandage over my head with a bow on top.
Cracked my beak.
And I cracked my
you
beak.
didn't go down though this time. That's
No.
an improvement.
Yes, I remembered I could use the disengage action. So I'm okay. But I am very hurt. I don't think I can continue like this.
That was my plot all along, was just to threaten you to death until you finally were like, wait, I have other abilities.
Please.
It worked.
I know. I'm a
It
genius.
If we do rest, which I think we should, I guess what do you, Mr. DM, what's your rules on hit points for this short rest?
You can roll your hit die times 3 because that's what level you are.
Yeah,
So-
and you can roll one at a time too.
Yeah, you
So
don't have to do all
like-
3. So, for example, Soot could roll a D8 and then a D8 and then another D8 if she wished to. Or she could only roll 1 or 2, just kind of keep doing it until she regains all of her HP. Okay, so everybody just did their short rest. We all rolled the dice off air. Everyone's basically back to full, minus Soot, who only has 18 of 21 HP. But she was really hurt, so the fact that she's alive at all is really impressive. So some people still have their short rest HD left. Other people don't, but at least you're alive, and an hour has passed. During that hour, Jake, your character, or Snow, didn't have to do any resting because they were untouched. You said you maybe wanted to do something in that meantime. You don't have to.
No, I'm good with going over with everyone else. Honestly, it's safer.
It's I would advise it.
I don't want Ratilla the Hun coming out.
Ratilla the Hun is dead.
2.0.
Yeah, Richard Rattenborough.
I feel like there's a
somewhere.
bigger one.
Okay. So what do you want to do? You're here inside this sewer. While you were resting, it would have been foolish not to just like walk around and look at stuff. And so what I'll tell you is that if I ping here on the map right here and over here, these are various areas that you can
Zoop.
Okay,
Just
so
runs.
Gush. Well, Gush, you haven't turned the corner yet, so you can't see what's over there. So, if you want to turn the corner, you can do that. Is everyone going to be near him when he does that or not?
Yeah, I'll follow up as well. I don't think we should.
yeah.
I'll be behind. But
A
yeah.
All I'll
healthy
say is
distance
you see that.
behind.
Okay, from where Snow's putting, you can kind of see like that. You guys go a little bit farther. You look down this alleyway. You don't see anything down there. Okay, Gush looks all the way down, and that's
Not
what you
even peeking.
see. It's just another part of
Did
the
we-
sewer. Doesn't appear to be anything down here.
Did we see which direction like the
Richard.
Richard escaped to?
He went north.
He went north.
Yeah.
Up like so across like the sewer ways where I see. Okay.
Yeah, this way, which you would kind of see down there from where you're standing. So yeah, so what you're doing is you're in the middle of the sewers. There's a path to the south and a path to the north. There's actually 2 paths to the south, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. There you go. They connect and lead to another room. So you kind of have to decide where to go, north or south. You know, Richard went north.
So your brother is kind of a jerk, right?
Yes.
Is that has that always been the case, or
Yes.
Okay. Are we going to dispose of him? Is that okay?
I
with
have
you?
more dip.
Are you?
Fucking diff.
The time for reasoning seems to maybe have passed, as once a bright, promising luminary, my brother has descended into the dark depths of being some sort of disgusting and gnawing and gnashing rat creature. I believe it may have also seeped into his cognitive thoughts as well, as he seems unhinged.
He does seem a little. I wasn't sure if that was how he came regular, or if this was the rat stuff doing that to him.
A thought.
I'm just
Perhaps-
peeking down this whole
Perhaps he
hallway
could
here.
be reasoned with a nice piece of cheese.
Do
Yeah.
any of us have any cheese?
No.
I left all my cheese at home.
Then when we search all the
I'm
other
more of a
rat
milk
bodies,
guy.
did they have any pieces of cheese on them?
Maybe a Munster or a Swiss.
Yeah. I can
Cheddar?
take a
Little
Jack.
Gruyere.
We need
Yeah.
a house to store all our cheese
Gruyere.
wheels.
Yeah, but the only thing they had on them was like those American square cheeses.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
God,
That's not gonna work.
trash.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
That's not even cheese.
We don't
I don't think
want
it's
that
actually
cheese.
even legally considered
Oh.
cheese.
Nope.
Okay.
I hate that. Like that's the thing that we're like in America, we have American cheese, and everyone's like, "That's not even cheese."
It's
Like-
really
Only,
not.
it's only cheese to put in a burger, though.
No, man, you can do pepper jack.
Yeah, what?
You got a
Colby.
mushroom Swiss burger. What the fuck is wrong
Cheddar.
with you?
Always
No.
cheddar.
No.
Yeah.
No, as the prophet Anthony Bourdain has
Fucking
so
Wisconsin.
declared.
R.I.P. Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain.
So
I
like,
disagree.
He has
so
said
like,
the only cheese to put in a burger is American cheese.
I disagree.
Well,
I'm
Anthony
sorry,
Bourdain
I-
said it, so
Well, you
Yeah,
know
but he
what?
also-
He's
he
not
also
the god
smoked-
of cheese.
He also smoked like a chimney, so
well,
well, I don't,
I
and
could
I
give
agree
him-
with him.
so like have you had like a brie and fig, right? Like that creamy
Burger.
cheese with
Oh,
like
yeah.
a fig jam
a
on it.
mozzarella.
I mean,
with
that's
like
good, but I'm not really a big fan of.
sun-dried
I'm not a
tomato.
big fan of any other jam other than ketchup being put in a hamburger.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't call it jam.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this tomato paste made out of tomato, which is a fruit, and full of sugar? Anything else other than
Oh,
a
Brian's
jam?
Brian is dead.
Brian is
Sorry.
dead.
No, I'm sorry. I just want to clarify. If you take a fruit and you smash it down and put a bunch of sugar in it and turn it into like a pasty liquid, is that not a jam?
I think the way they make it's different though.
You're
There's
breaking
not
his
like
heart.
chunks.
I
You're
of
think
breaking his
ketchup
heart.
is a
tomato in it.
jam, and nobody is just willing to accept this.
Okay, Ben, I would agree, except there actually is tomato jam.
Wait a second.
That actually exists.
I have Googled it. Ketchup is not a jam.
Would
Jams
it-
have
is it a
to have
jelly?
pectin in them. Ketchup does not have pectin.
Okay, is
It's
it a
the
jam?
See, I knew there was
texture.
something different.
Yeah.
So if you did put that, it would be considered, but it wouldn't be ketchup.
So Ben,
Uh-uh.
you've never had a bacon jam on a burger?
Oh, bacon jam.
Well, that sounds okay.
Aha, yes. So Ben, probably the pickiest eater of this entire group is going to tell us how food should be
What?
prepared. Is that what you're telling
Yeah,
me?
I don't think so, Ben.
Yeah,
The-
exactly. I'm a picky eater.
The most unadventurous eater here is going to tell us.
I'm not that unadventurous. I do eat. I
You
mean,
thought
like,
ketchup is jam.
Well, there's the quote for this episode.
Yeah, we got that one figured out.
Just oh yeah, I'm gonna go with Brian over to look at this hallway that Rattenborough went.
so you look down the hallway and you can see into it. What I'll tell you is that Gush, when you're standing right there, there is the most foul smell coming out of that hallway. Make a con save.
Excuse
Uh-oh.
me.
It's the cheese.
9.
It says right here, hallway DC 10. You are sickened. That is not a thing in D&D. It's a Pathfinder thing, but basically there's like a sickened value. So you're sickened 1. Every time you pass, it goes down 1. Every time you fail, it goes up 1. You can go up to sickened 4. Basically, the number equals how much you subtract from your rolls. So 1 is like mildly hungover. 4 is actively vomiting. And the higher it is, if you're sickened 4 and you roll a 10, you really roll a 6. Because you're so sick, you're like the room's spinning, you feel terrible. Yeah, it is so fucking foul down
But what
there.
about because he has that little handkerchief over his nose? That maybe it's not so bad.
Yeah, can't you wet
no.
a cloth over your nose and doesn't that do something? I don't know why. Maybe it's just a movie I saw one
With
time.
what?
No, I mean you might block. You might block
What, the
some.
sewer
I'm not
water?
going down there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is where you saw Richard go. Yeah, so it's pretty gross down there. Maybe if you spend some time preparing yourself, you can get used to it. But no, it's really fucking gross down there. You don't know why, but it's gross.
I mean,
You can't
it's
see in
probably
there.
Poop.
You're in a sewer. So
Would I have a resistance to it being a bird who also has a good snout for smelling dead things?
sure.
Being crow, being raven.
Go ahead. Yeah, you can all have resistance to it as you get more accustomed to it. Like you realize it's there. Maybe you can spend some time being like, okay, here we go. You find a way
Right.
to manage it. Yeah.
I would argue it
Is
wouldn't
it- you
affect
said
me
it
at
calm?
all, but that's fine.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I think out of
Well,
anybody
from my line of work.
Yeah, the Rattenboroughs are well
I'm not
known.
telling you it's the smell of poop. I'm just
Okay.
saying it's heinous.
I just mean bad smells is kind of what I delve in.
Fair enough. Fair
kind of
enough.
thing.
That is.
Do
that is
you
canon.
guys enter that hallway, or do you go north and follow Richard, or do you go south and explore down there?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
What do
This is bad. This is pretty.
We must find and destroy the bad brother, right? We have to take care of that.
Yeah, because we think they have or are maybe gonna murder Miss Havasset.
Yes, we have to save her, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could do it. And I'm just telling you, Soot, you get up here. Take a whiff.
What? Me?
Or if
Okay.
we're all gonna have to go down.
So are you gonna north or south? Time's a wasting.
North.
Haviset's probably
North.
dying.
We're going north.
Yep.
You're going
Yes.
north.
North.
Okay. Who's gonna be in back? Just tell me who's in back.
Me.
Oh. I'll be in front.
That makes sense. Soot would be in back. Yeah, I agree. So here's how I'm going to go ahead and place you guys. I think you're going to probably enter something along like this. You enter the room and let me reveal what you see. You didn't know it was possible for a sewer to smell any worse than it already does. And yet somehow, the smell emanating from this room makes you both nauseated and incredulous to the possibility of its existence. Although it's difficult to see in the dim light, the shadows of bodies strewn about the room, as well as writhing piles of undulating masses, many of the bodies half-eaten and in various states of decay, this sewer alcove appears to be housing the remains of the missing people. Maybe it's the smell, the horrible sight, the undulating masses, but something about being in this room, or even in the hallway near it, makes you physically and violently ill. And standing amongst the bodies and the masses is Richard Rattenborough, staring at you. And as your eyes begin to adjust to the lowering amounts of lights, you see arguably thousands of rats in this room, gnawing, feasting, defecating, scurrying, and crawling amongst everything. And Richard greets you. So we meet again, brother. Aren't you impressed? Can't you see what I have done?
What part of the amusement park is this exactly?
The best part. Welcome. Please come in. I have been expecting you.
Yes, of course,
Well, yeah,
because you saw us a mere 5 minutes ago.
But like an hour ago. But also, you shot arrows at us.
Oh,
So,
no, I've been expecting you for some time. I've been watching you, and there's flashbacks of you guys traveling through the city at night and feeling like things are watching you that weren't there. And in the distance, you just see in the sewer, like the movie It, Richard Rattenborough's eyes just out of the sewer grate, just staring at you. And then suddenly it cuts and you're in the inn. You're in the inn, but out of the sewer grate in the corner of the room, he's staring at you. And then you're sleeping in your beds and he's tucking you in, but you're not aware that he's there. And then you're doing the tour of the city, the animatronic tour with all of our followers. And one of the followers looks at you and it's actually him, but he has a hood over his eyes. It turns out that he's been aware of your presence for some time and has been following and tracking you. I've known you've been here since the moment you come off the boat. My pets, as he looks at all the rats scurrying about, have told me of your arrival. They've told me everything, and I see everything happening. And now you're here, and now it's time. And he lifts up his fingers and all the rats scurrying about, and he points at you, and he says, this time, my will be done. And the rats scurrying begin to move towards you. And they move. And the pile behind Richard begins to move through him. And the ones next to him begin to move towards him. And they're all moving towards him. What are you doing? No, my children. Get them. Get off of me. What are you doing? No, stop. As they all start crawling all over him, and just thousands of rats just encompass his body and begin feasting on him, pulling his flesh off of him. No. He begins taking out his crossbow and trying to fire at them, but he rolls a 3. God damn it!
Actually, Ben, that worked out really well. That one time. That's the one time you wanted to do that.
Yeah. And there is just, you can't even see him as his hand comes out. No! And he looks over at one of them and he goes, clever girl. And it just gets all over him, and he just starts, and as they all scurry away, there's just a were-rat skeleton left behind. And the last thing you hear out of him as these rats begin to eat him, he says, you think you've won, but life will find a way, for creation is an act of sheer will, and next time I will be flawless. And then he dies.
What's happening? I can't see past you guys. Is it battle time now?
And all of the rats begin to scurry away, and all that is left behind is the very dead body of Richard Rattenborough, who has been devoured by his own kind. It turns out they don't really like him sacrificing them to you. He might control them, but they kind of knew, if we just get sent after him, they're just gonna fucking kill us again.
That's what happens.
So they ate him and left. Yeah.
That was fucking traumatizing.
Squeak, 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 squeak,
Squeak,
squeak,
squeak, squeak.
We're just in a helicopter. We're just looking over the whole building.
Squeak, squeak,
They
squeak.
do
I
run in
actually
herds. We did it, guys. We did it.
Excellent. I actually was trying to look up the Jurassic Park theme song in the form of rat squeaking, because there is one of a dog barking.
Of course.
Of course there is.
But there isn't one in a rat squeaking, so I wasn't able to find that, so I had to recreate it on my own. And that is the end of Richard Rattenborough. All the rats leave the room, however, there is dead bodies everywhere. So glancing about, I will say you see 6 people in here, in addition to Mr. Rattenboroughs' body, and various states of decay. One of them in the corner has tinted green skin, at least what skin is left, and somewhat looks like it might be a goblin.
Oh, is that hour too long?
Do we go?
And I'm going to go ahead and say it's this one right here.
So far as one, okay. Well,
yeah, which makes sense. Hardest one to see. You know, it's all the way in the distance. You're like, what is that? Gush, you, by the way, see all kinds of ghosty bodies in here, as you have that ability to see people when they died and where they died. And there's all kinds of bodies all over this place in various states of horror, as it appears to be that they're reaching out, trying to stop things from actively feasting on them. That's what
like
you
it's
see.
a
You see,
replay of past events.
you're seeing how they died. So you're seeing these ghost people essentially over their bodies, like holding their arms out, like no, as they're being like devoured alive. All of their faces twisted in a confluence of horror and agony. As your character does have the ability to see death, as per your backstory. However, everyone else just sees a bunch of dead bodies. Gush, Snow, you investigate the green tinted goblin skinned person.
yes. I would like to assist Gush in this matter.
Who wants to flip him over?
After you,
Flip our
Gush.
flip our friend over here.
Yeah.
It's kind
You-
of like face first. You can't really see him. You just know they have green skin, dark hair,
Well, yeah. Then
very, variously
carefully-
eaten and decayed.
I sort of flip the body over.
Most of the face is devoured.
Search the rest of the body. Is there anything else that is of note?
Not particularly.
Okay. What do I see?
I'll tell you one thing.
Well,
the
because I
dress-
see the dead,
dress
do I
that
see
she's
the
wearing-
dead's face?
Very good point. Yes, Gush can actually see the body of the person who died here, and you can see what they normally look like. And they are a goblin, and they are a girl, and they are not Mrs. Havasset.
Because I was already kind of sick from all this. I'm going to say it isn't her, and I'm going to immediately leave.
Yeah, this place is really fucking gross. You guys are all like, as you're in here, you're rolling con saves. There's no one to fight, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, as you're in here, you're like rolling con saves, and it's really gross in here. But it wasn't her. Real quick, while you're in the room, before anyone else bails, I'll just say that there are 6 dead bodies. There is a gate to the west that appears to be locked. Snow, you want to give me an investigation check on that real quick? I think you were the one pinging it.
I just pinged it.
I'm so sorry. Then Soot, you can do it, or whoever
want-
just wants to look at it.
I want to know about this.
Investigation, perception, have a look at this gate over here.
Okay. Investigate. I got a 3.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't open. The gate is locked. You
Cool.
don't understand
well,
how
nothing
it
else
works.
to see here. Bye.
Yeah, it's not a bird's nest. You don't understand it.
I don't get these human things.
I'm gonna first walk over to David and kind of be like, "Hey, how you doing? That was like your brother, right?"
Bewildered and in a state of shock, David, empty-eyed, looks over at his companion and nods his head in a slow yes. I was going to say a slow yesing motion.
Slow yesing motion.
Otherwise known as a nod.
It's hard when you're in character and you don't know how to like respond in there without just saying yes.
Yesing motion.
A slow
Idiot.
a slow yesing motion, and begins to rifle through the bones of his dead brother, looking for any signs of scat before he was taken off of this
Ew.
plane of existence.
There is a tremendous amount of rat scat all over him from when they ate him and then pooped him out. However, no, what you do, however, find is
It's like, oh, actual
I-
treasure? Worthless.
Yeah.
No, you find
Honestly,
actual treasure.
I just want
Yeah,
shit.
you find actual treasure, but I deleted the name, but I can just remember it. You find his cane, which has on top
Oh.
of it a piece of
Amber.
fossilized scat.
Of course. Of
Oh, that
course.
is. Wow.
It's an
and
owl
inside
pellet.
of it, and inside of it, there is a
Jackpot.
there is a small series. There is a series of rat tails all tied together. But the actual rats are not there. It's just their tails coming out of it. It almost looks like it's like a inside of it, like there's almost pathways leading into it. These rat tails, and you have found the weapon, the Rat King.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite player, Matt, and welcome to this week's Middle Break. And if you're here in America like I am, happy laborious of days to one and all. Hope you all are having an amazing holiday if you are listening on this day that it releases. And if you're not, I still hope you're having a good day whenever it is you decide to tune in. Now, I know you're not supposed to really do any work on this day. You're supposed to relax, take it easy. But if there's just a couple of things we can ask of you to do, I promise it won't be that hard. And we'll get you right back to what are you doing? Maybe you all are barbecuing. Maybe y'all are cracking open a beer. Maybe y'all are making some sort of a mixed drink and just letting it all slather on down. I don't know what I got into there, but I kind of like the character and where he was going. Anyways, if there's just a couple things you could do for us to help our podcast grow, we would be super appreciative of that. The first thing, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review to our podcast wherever you get our podcast from. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever podcatcher you use, go there, leave a 5-star review, hit that review button, hit the subscribe button, and then write a little synopsis about why you like our podcast so other people might be able to see it and think, you know what, I might be interested in that too. Also, make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can find us on Twitter at New Crits and on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at New Crits on the Block. We are always posting content to those sites. It's a really good way to relive some of the moments that you either forgot or haven't seen in the episodes. You kind of get an idea of what that episode might be about. The best way to help us there is either tag people in those posts or just share those posts to your own platforms as well. We want to grow this podcast so we can keep doing amazing things for you guys. The only way we're doing that right now is through word of mouth. So if you could help us, even with those little things, I promise you it will go a long way. One of the ways we like to give back to our community is we have made a Discord for all things New Crits, but not all things New Crits. Please join us in there. You can talk to the cast. You can talk to other fans of the show. But if you just want to come in there and hang out, that's okay too. Over the last few years, we have made this really safe, inclusive space for everybody to come in and enjoy. And we're really proud about the community we have built over those few years. So if you haven't joined us in our Discord yet, what the heck are you waiting for? And you might be thinking, well, Matt, I want to help you do all these things. I want to do a little bit of labor on this Labor Day, but how do I get to all the places that you just mentioned? Well, from our link tree, of course, linktr.ee/Newcrits on the Block will get you to all the places that I mentioned and some places I didn't even have time to mention. linktr.ee/Newcrits on the Block. It is your central hub for all things New Crits. All right, everyone, let's get you back into this week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you know, we come out with new episodes every single Monday, even holiday Mondays, and that ain't stopping anytime soon. So let's get you back into this week's episode. We will, of course, see you next week. Until then, be safe out there. Be excellent to each other. We love y'all. Bye. Bye. Yeah, David would.
This is a +1 club.
Club. Okay.
It's a walking stick, but it's a +1 club. And as an added bonus, it is capable of summoning a dire rat once per long rest.
Ooh.
And I have that character stats here. You can summon it into any square directly next to you.
Sick.
Okay.
So it's a +1 club, and it can summon a dire rat. Whoever wants to take it.
Well, I think I'd grab it for now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your
can't-
brother's cane.
Here's the other thing: it can't sneak attack.
Yeah. Well, none
So-
of my other compatriots can even use it. So
Probably
Yeah,
not. Yeah.
David would he would just drop I think he had a quarterstaff that he was using as a walking stick and pick it up and examine it, and just kind of give a sly little smile to it while looking at the bones of his brother, and turn and walk out of the room.
Okay. So on the way out, I will say that gate that leads to the west, it looks like it could open, but it's missing a component to it. Although Soot failed her role, just for the sake of getting the podcast moving along, it looks like there's something that goes inside of it that you can't, like a crank or something that you would use to open it, but it seems to be missing. So that gate is locked.
All right. Well, I'll traumatized after witnessing someone get eaten alive by the rats. I'll go out of the room. And
okay. Oh, one last thing while you're in that room searching the bodies, there is a completely headless body that you found. Completely, the head and arms and legs and stuff have been eaten, but it is wearing a waitress garb, and embroidered on it is Peggy Sue.
We were looking for her.
Oh no!
Yep.
That's...
Yeah, well, you knew you're missing 10 people, and you just found 6.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Cross them off the list.
4 more to go.
There wasn't anything in there that, just from walking through the room, that looked like it would be a crank or something that has been broken off of something.
Nah.
Okay. All right.
Nah. You spent some time looking around in there, and it's a bunch of dead bodies. And it's really fucking gross. Other than that, no.
all right. Well,
Okay, to the south we go.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of the only other direction. Yeah.
I will let Gush and David take the lead.
Mhm.
Yes,
So
agreed.
looking down this hallway, you see that, and looking down this hallway, you see that. So it kind of looks like these hallways kind of look like they're leading to the sort of the same area. One of them is full of poopy water. The other one looks a little bit easier to walk.
Well, I'm not going down.
Poopy
I already jumped in
water.
shit. I smell bad, but I don't want to do it anymore. That was a misplay, I think, on my part.
Well, and
Who
then
wants
you're
to
a
come
cat
peek
too,
around?
so you're like,
Yeah,
I gotta
you
clean
really don't
myself.
like
I
it.
gotta clean
I'm just
myself
gonna-
off of this somehow.
I'm gonna peek. Can I just peek?
Gush peeks
this
down
one?
the corner, and that's what he sees.
So it's like it's
Just-
looping back around.
Yeah, it looks like this is just one single room. You kind of get the impression that it probably all connects. And Gush looks inside, and here's what he sees. Boop! It's an empty room. Doesn't seem like there's anything inside. But, I mean, there's like some refuse and stuff in there. You know what I mean? Like, you look, there's a little alcove right here. There's this over there. You can kind of like look around, see if you can find some stuff in here.
Yeah.
I would
Search
want
the
to
room
see if I can find
real quick.
the thing that needed to fit into the door.
Okay. All right.
What am I? Perception,
As
investigation?
Soot enters the room,
Uh-oh. Did I hear a click?
God fucking damn it, Soot.
What?
Everyone make a perception check.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You poor thing. You always do this. DC 18.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
I
my
can hit
goodness.
that.
How about a 3 again? Does that do anything?
No, that one do
I
it.
got a +5. Hold on.
All right.
That's
all I
a
need
nat
to-
20 +5,
Hell
baby.
yes.
Oh, thank
Let's
God.
go.
Someone could see.
Soot doesn't see it, but David does. David, on the ceiling, you look up and you see something clinging to the top of it, conveniently located at both of the doorways, and bump, bump, bum.
Ew.
What?
Falling
Ew.
from the ceiling
Ew.
are 2 large slime-like creatures, one of them directly on top of Soot. Soot, you didn't
Ew.
notice it. Give me a dex save at disadvantage.
Oh, God.
Well,
oh,
here's the
God.
thing. Since I did notice it, would I be able to warn her to help?
Call out.
What's with that
Loading.
kind of roll?
I rolled
Like,
a
look
nat
out.
20. I rolled 25
Like,
total.
he says
Yeah.
duck, but I'm like, no, raven.
Sorry, I missed that joke. That was funny. That's really good. Hey, let's do this. Everyone give me initiative. We'll see if you go first.
Oh,
right.
God.
Actually,
roll
I already
higher than a
pre-rolled their
3?
initiatives, and they rolled really bad. So
Okay,
actually,
plus
you have a very
2.
good chance of doing this.
I rolled a 3.
No,
A
not
total of 3?
Total of 3.
You're not going to warn her in time.
Yeah.
I got a 22. Does that help?
Wait.
I used one of my luckies.
Okay.
I used one of my
there you go.
luckies, and just for everyone listening, I have 3 luck points per long rest, and I have not used any of them so far.
There you go.
Whenever you make Attack roll, ability check, saving throw, or it may just have to be one of those. Does initiative count as that or no? Oh, probably not, huh?
I'll give it to you.
Okay. So I'll take one of those off.
It's a valuable resource. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, let's roll it again. That is a 13 plus 2 for 15.
Okay. You're going to go with that?
Yeah, better than a 3.
All right. Gush, what'd you roll?
I got an 11.
All right. And Rare Snow, what'd you roll?
I got a 15.
A 15.
Yeah, 12 plus 3 for 15.
All right, very good. I got all your numbers here. And Soot, I got your HP left. Everything looks good. It is top of the round. Soot's to go first, although she doesn't know what's happening.
Well, yes. What? So what happened now? Just thing on me?
Nothing's happened yet. You just looked. You're unaware of what's happening is the problem. So role play this how you like, but there is going to be some monsters that are fall on top of you in a second, but you're not aware of it. So what would you honestly do in this situation if you're just like, if all of a sudden people like kind of react to something like, oh, but you're like, what?
I would. I mean, based on what's been happening to me, would you say that I would be a little more cautious about my movements? So I think just out of instinct, if everybody looks like something bad is about to happen to me, I would run to Gush to try to hide behind him. Like, oh, not me.
That's fair.
Would I be allowed to?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
That is a fair
Yep.
reaction.
So I'm going to take the hide action actually if I
didn't notice anything either, right? Like my perspective.
No,
like,
the only person who really noticed something was David. Yeah. Okay, so
I'm gonna say,
Soot
what?
runs in the corner and tries to hide.
Yes.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay. I am good at that, so let's please do a good one. Oh my god, I rolled a 1.
Oh my god.
plus 7 for 8.
A total of an 8.
So I try to hide, but I caw really loud. So it's out of fear. I squawk. I'm like,
scream,
yeah.
Just feathers go everywhere.
Yeah, big plume of feathers.
All right. I think that's the end of your turn. Rare Snow, it's your turn. I'm looking up Blind Sight in 5e because that's what they have.
Oh boy.
So I rolled a 10, so I don't know what's. I mean, I guess I would just be looking around the room.
Ready in action?
Yeah, maybe.
Shit. I hate these pop-ups.
I think I would have my hands on like my weapons, getting ready. The last room I went into, someone got eaten alive.
Sorry. So Soot, great move, smart move, useless. They have blind sight. They just know where everything is.
Well, I didn't hide anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no
successful.
need for them to roll a perception check because they simply are aware of you if you're within 60 feet of them.
Great.
So they just know that. So I probably shouldn't have told you that, but I don't think it's going to matter in a second. Go figure. So sorry, Rare Snow, what were you doing? I was reading. I wasn't listening to you. I apologize.
I was kind of just saying I was just going to probably prepare like an action, I guess, in a sense of like the last room I went into, someone got eaten alive by rats. So I'm kind of like,
okay, what's your reaction?
If something gets near me, I want to attack it.
Got it. You attack a creature that falls within your reach. Got it. David, it is now your turn. Do you say anything?
Yeah, well, everybody's moved away at this point, right?
Yeah, they're still on the ceiling. They haven't gone yet, but you're aware of them.
Yeah.
I imagine you would tell people.
Yeah, I would just say I think I would just yell slime.
All right.
Is he
you still gonna give us?
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and just say you point at them.
Yeah. Well, it's a very like.
Yeah. Were you still gonna give us that thing, Ben, where you say we have a reaction to basically like nature check or investigate?
Yeah. Now that you've seen it, everyone roll a nature check on the slimes. Yeah, give me nature. I think.
Give me nature. Oi, that's another
baby.
1. Yikes.
Okay.
Ooh. I got.
Okay.
God.
I have a +0, but I rolled a 19. baby.
Yes.
Wow.
Soot got an 18 for that one.
Jesus. I'm too busy
Okay.
yelling
I got an
slime
11
at these
plus
things.
two. Yeah.
Slime!
Those are good rolls. Jake, what'd you get?
I got a 13 total. 11 plus 2.
Okay. Okay, let me see what I can tell you about these things. You already learned they have blind sense. I told you that. Lots of HP, low armor class. You can just kind of just wail away at them. They have resistances to acid. A lot of immunities because they don't have a brain. You know what I mean? But they are not immune or resistant to sneak attacks or crits or anything, so that's good to know. They can move through tiny spaces. They can cling to the ceiling. They have spider climb. And when they hit you for both bludgeoning and acid damage. I don't know if that's going to do much for you, but that's what you know with a 19.
Okay.
All right. So, David, do you do anything else? You see him. All you did was just a point. That's a free action.
No, I'm gonna shoot an ice knife at it.
Okay, which one?
The
There's two of them.
one, yeah, the one that's over
Just like north and south.
south.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to roll that to hit. It is a +5. That is a 13 + 5 for 18.
To hit the AC, that hits.
Okay, perfect. And then it is a 1d10. It's a 7, but then it explodes too. Let me see. Make a ranged attack, 1d10. Hit or miss shard, then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it, which I don't think anything is, must make a dex saving throw.
It's a big creature. Which square do you want to target?
A further one back, because I know this thing's going to explode, so I don't want to hit.
You don't want to hit snow.
Yeah, it's not going to be in range.
I was looking at this going, how do I get him to hit snow without telling him?
I'm not going to hit snow because I know what my spell does.
All right. So yeah, it doesn't have any like resistances or anything I said to like piercing or ice. So yeah, just deal full damage.
Cool. It needs to make a dex save.
It fails.
Okay. Then it takes 2.
Yeah, it rolled a 6.
Yep. Nope. That's not going to pass. So then it takes 2d6 of cold damage.
Okay.
I can roll that one here since that's just a straight roll. 3 and 5, so 8.
Okay. And then it also explodes, right?
Yeah, but only in 5 feet. So,
But doesn't it also take the explosive damage?
no, that's it. It's the piercing damage.
And then
Which-
things around
which
it.
was
but
7.
It doesn't. Okay.
Correct. So it took 7 damage plus 8, so 15 damage.
Oh, very good. Okay. So yeah, that looked like it really fucking hurt it. It didn't
Good.
like that very much. Yeah, because it doesn't seem to have any like resistances to that. Turns out a big jelly thing doesn't like ice. Which kind of makes sense, right?
I was going to hit with ice or
Um,
fire, but I didn't have any firehead ice, so.
Yeah. David, anything else, or is that your turn?
No, I'm going to back up to the corner of the room here.
Smart move. Gush, explode on them, Gush. What do you do?
That's it, yeah.
They're on the ceiling, but you can like reach them.
What a feeling.
You know, they're like 5 feet
They're on
up,
the
right? So,
ceiling.
but they're big. So, like, you could swing up at them if you wish to.
Okay, I think I'll do that. I'll attack the north one.
Okay.
But does that mean I have to be right over top of it, or can I be like off to the
No,
side?
you can just hit it from where you
cool.
are.
All right, and that's what I do. I'm going to attack.
I'm not gonna lie. This combat doesn't have too
I
many
protect. I attack.
factors. Yeah,
That is a 14 + 6 for 20 for my first attack.
that's a hit.
Nice.
And then that is a 5 + 4 for 9 damage for my first attack.
9. Okay. So when you hit this thing with your first attack, let me see here. 9, 45. So
I already rolled my second attack, just FYI.
Oh, okay.
And
Let
I'm
me just a
keeping
second.
it.
Yeah, no problem. Let me just go ahead and we'll get that figured out here in a second, because these things don't seem to like slashing damage very much, because you split this thing right in half.
Oh, so wouldn't I know that with a 19?
No, you really wouldn't. But here's the thing. You split it right in half, and where is it? Hold on. I'm doing a thing.
Uh-oh.
I thought about asking that fucking question too.
Uh-oh. Spaghettios.
No. It's hold on. Let's see here.
No. This is awesome. Yeah.
We know what's about to happen, Ben. You're not fooling
damn it.
us.
What you know is that you just split it in half, and
Uh-huh, yes.
it appears to be dead.
Oh.
Mhm.
You split
Okay,
that
well, I
thing-
don't know
I guess
that.
it would be like that.
Something's up here, guys.
So with a 19, I wouldn't know that. So
I mean,
okay.
what you just knew is that you hit that thing with a slashing weapon and cut it into 2 pieces.
Right. So, okay. With that said,
So
because
mad,
I wouldn't know
so
that.
mad.
I
Wait, did you know that?
no, he didn't say that. I mean, I would probably go attack the second one.
Okay.
And do the same
now your
fucking
other
thing.
weapon is a piercing weapon.
Yes, I know that. Wait,
Okay,
is
what
it
was your
piercing or
roll?
is it slashing?
Your second weapon is a short sword, right?
Yeah.
Piercing.
Oh,
So your
you're
second
right.
attack on the southern one does what?
was a nat 20.
Woo!
Oh, wow. Okay. Give me that damage.
nice.
That's a 4 + 2 + 3. That's 9 damage.
Yeah, I mean, the southern one, you guys have really stabbed this thing quite a few times. Great job. Anything else you do with your turn?
Be very proud of myself that I killed the first one. 'Cause I'm an idiot.
Yes.
Um,
Pat yourself on the back.
yeah, I mean, you definitely heard it pretty good. It is now the northern orchard jelly's turn, but it's dead and been split in 2.
Yeah.
And so now it is the southern jelly's turn, and it proceeds to drop to the floor. Snow, make your reactive attack because you said you held action.
Yes, I freaking
It
did.
dropped right to the floor in front of you, and you were just ready there for it. So you get to make 1 attack, I assume, with your rapier. Yeah, that fucking hits. Sorry, give me your number. Tell me.
Yeah, so I rolled a 19 + 5.
Oh, so close to a crit. I
yeah.
know.
So close.
Yeah.
So let me roll my damage. That is going to be. I rolled a 5. I rolled a 2 + 3 for my regular piercing damage, and then my sneak attack damage. I rolled a 5 and a 4 for 9. So a total of 14 damage.
Okay. It's weird because it's like, well, do you get the sneak attack? There's nothing near it, but then at the same time,
No, I have.
you said you were going to attack any. Hold on. You said you're going to attack anything in your range, and I'm letting Gush hit it on the ceiling. So
Yeah.
I think you would have hit it. You would have hit it before it moved. So you would have gotten your assassinate bonus, right? Where you got
didn't
to
think about
hit
that.
something. I think you would get it. So I'm going to give it to you. So there you go. You hit it. So it drops to the ground. You hit it as it's falling. You deal a lot of damage to it, but then it swings around and it attacks you with its pseudopod ability. So I'm going
like
to roll and fuck you up here in a second.
Okay.
Once I
Mm-mm.
get my chance to hit. There it is.
Shut up.
I missed. So I don't do anything to you. It swings at you. And as it swings at you, you swear to God, there's a huge metal crank inside of it that kind of like swipes at your head. Almost like, and it looks really clean. You know, it's full of acid. You know, that's how you clean metal. You put acid on it to get the rust off of it. That is the cleanest looking piece of metal we've ever seen inside that thing. That you look like that crank. If you got a hold of that thing, it would fit right in that door and you'd open it right up. No problems asked.
Do I
but
dive
you
through the
duck
slime?
as the massive metal thing
Not
swings
how
over
that
your
phrase
head.
goes.
What'd you say?
That's not how that phrase goes.
What phrase?
Say it again.
What'd I say?
You said no problems asked.
I don't have any recollection of that, and there's no proof that I said that.
Roll the
That is
tape.
the end of that jelly's turn. And the other jelly is very, very dead because you split it in half with a sword.
Okay.
So I guess that is the end of that turn. Just kidding. It's still alive.
Yeah, we know. We knew the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole time.
We knew
And
the
so
whole
these
time.
2 jellies then go to move next to Gush, and they both attack him.
Wait, they get to go again though?
They didn't go yet. Good news. That first roll was an 8 + 5 for a 13. That's a miss. And the other one is a 15 plus that hits.
Damn
So one of them does manage to hit you, Gush. Gush, do you know why I gave you a +1 scimitar?
So that I would attack these things more. I would be more prone to attack these things like
That's
that.
sure fucking why I did it. Because every single one of you had a piercing weapon. And I was like, I need one of you to have a slashing weapon. Here's a
You little
+1 weapon.
stinker.
Son of
You'll
a bitch.
use it.
What a stinker.
What a manipulative
I
DM.
I know. He won't pass up this
Fuck you
+1.
guys.
I took that thing, no questions asked. I'm like,
I know you did.
Yes.
That's why you fell for a hook, line, and sinker.
I sure did.
Hook, line, and stinker. I rolled 7 damage
Ah.
plus 2. So that's
God damn.
9 damage.
Jesus.
What?
Rip.
Smarted.
Yeah. So you got whipped with its big jelly body, but the other one missed, so that's not too bad. Now, I will say, when you split it in half, by the way, the 20 was the no. You had to roll a 20 plus. I thought David would have figured it out, but
I only have a
20
plus
plus
3
would've
for nature.
Really? Oh,
It's an intelligence.
It's a high roll because I wanted it to happen. The 20 was going to allow you to know that you would split it in half with any slashing weapons, and all slashing weapons, just so you know, deal 0 damage to it. But the good news is that when you split it in half, you divided its HP. So the 2 slimes now have less HP. So that's what you're encountering. You have 1 large slime to the south and 2 small ones to the north, and they both have gone, and it is the top of the new round. Soot, it is your turn.
Okay. So
Don't slash it.
I couldn't possibly, even if I wanted to. I am going to.
You have claws, right?
Yeah, I'm not using
Let's
them.
give those talons a chance and see
No.
what happens here.
I'm going to try a thing. So what is this little
Oh boy, here
glowy
we
thing
go.
right next to me on the map?
Nothing. It's a lamp.
Okay. What's the lamp powered with?
Oil,
Uh-huh. And what else?
fire.
Okay. So I'm going to use my fast hands, which is the bonus action granted to me by my cunning action, to make a sleight of hand check, use thieves' tools to disarm or open a lock, or take a use object action. I am going to bust open this lamp, light my arrow on fire, and I'm going to shoot it at this fellow here.
I thought you were just going to throw the lamp at it.
So many extra
Okay.
more
Oh.
things. Thank you.
Oh, I guess I could just do it.
So many more things.
Okay, never mind that. I will just throw the lamp. Break it, throw it.
So you use your bonus action.
Why break it? It's gonna break.
Okay, I won't break it. I will
So
just throw it.
All right.
I am
So
taking
you are
this
going to pick up
torch.
the lamp and throw it at one of the slimes.
Yes.
One of the
that is what-
northern ones or one of the the southern big one?
The southern big one, because that is
Oh,
the
that is
so
scariest one
funny.
to me.
All right. Make a ranged attack throw action.
How do I do that?
Strength, I think.
You would roll. You would have proficiency with throwing weapons. It's an improvised weapon attack. You wouldn't have proficiency with improvised weapons. They have very low AC, and it's a giant creature. Just
And
give
it's
me a
10.
D20.
It's 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a D20 roll.
Okay, a D20 roll. You got
This is basically just seeing whether or not you like wildly fuck up and light yourself on fire or something stupid. just don't-
19.
Let's go.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
Ooh.
You don't need any
Yay!
numbers there. So here's the thing. This is your bonus action. This is
Mhm.
not your primary action. Normally, you would deal 1d6 damage on a bonus attack if you were to hit. So that is at least what I should give you, right? I don't want to penalize you for doing something clever. I'll give you 2d6
Okay.
fire
Ooh,
damage.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
6.
Fire vulnerability.
Now, there's
if
no
you will.
bonuses. It's not like 2d6 plus
That's
8
fine.
or something.
Nope,
It's just
you're good.
2d6.
Ah, damn.
So you still
didn't
might
roll
roll-
that great. I got 4.
Yeah, I was about to say, you might not roll
Not-
that great.
A 1 and a 3
Okay.
is what I got.
She, maybe she
it
should have broke
looks-
it because it just kind of dissolved inside of its stomach.
Yeah, you just threw it inside and it just goes, and
No.
then the light goes out. It sizzles a little bit inside.
If only I had used my arrows, it would have been more effective.
It doesn't seem to hate it. It doesn't like it. I don't
Okay.
think it did any extra damage,
Can
is what
I
I'm getting
still
at.
Shoot it.
You still have your main action.
Okay. Let's do. I'm aiming right for it. A 20, not nat.
So
Oh,
you're going to shoot it
Yeah, short bow.
with your short bow. Okay.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you could do that. Great. You hit it. Roll damage.
Oh,
You hit it. Roll damage. And I will say Snow is directly next to it, so you can sneak attack,
Okay, perfect. So I've got.
right? That's how it works, we decided?
I think so.
Yeah, that's
Right-
how
right,
that's how
Jake?
it works. If
Great,
there's an
okay.
ally within
So-
5 feet of it, or
Then you're good.
or you have advantage.
So I did 5 damage regular and then 9 damage with sneak attack.
So you kill it. It dies.
nice.
For real,
Uh,
though.
yeah, that thing actually dies for real. In fact, look, I literally deleted it off the map.
Yay.
It just kind of like the fire plus the arrow all at once. You know what
No,
you
no,
do is
so
you
I
put
hit-
the, you
I did the arrow into the lantern that was still inside, nice and protected, and then it went and it just fired it.
That's
from the
really
inside
cool.
out.
That was better than my idea. I love that. Yeah, you put the lantern inside and it explodes inside of it and just fucking jelly goo just flies all over the fucking walls. And then it just kind of like seeps into it and dissolves into it. And you're kind of wondering, did you kill it or did you just like blow it up and it just sort of like into a million pieces and then vanish?
No.
But it's gone.
You promised.
It's aerosol
It's gone.
now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
just
good.
little
Yay.
tiny
Just attacking our
fucking-
lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was helpful.
Okay. Very good. That's
Oh,
gone.
I'm
It's dead.
slimed now.
And that is the end of Soot's turn, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Rare Snow, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna like shake off some of the slime that got exploded in my face.
Yeah, it didn't hurt
just
you
a
or
few-
anything. It just was kind of gross.
Yeah. I now have my pants covered in shit and my upper torso covered in slime. So this is going
Yeah.
this is about as good as I thought it was gonna be.
This is going swimmingly. I just put a number on one of them so I can remember what's what.
I'm gonna run to one of the slimes that is
Yeah, they
starting to
are
attack.
equally healthy and split in half.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack it with my rapier.
All right, very good.
That's 17 plus 5.
That
for
definitely hits.
22.
This
And
thing has 8 AC. It's Jello.
Then I'm gonna use my damage. And I rolled a 5 plus 3 for my rapier, and then 6 and a 2 for my sneak damage for a total of 16.
So what's your total of 16 damage?
yeah,
Okay.
8 and 8.
All right, that hurts it a lot. And you have an extra attack?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna use my dagger. That is a hit. That's 12 plus 5, and then my dagger damage. Oh, don't add the sneak attack damage on that. That's my bad. It's 3 damage.
Okay. It looks very hurt. There's lots of ooze pouring out of the holes you created in it.
All right. I'm just gonna chill
That
there.
is the end of Rare Snow's turn. David, what are you going to do?
I mean, I have to think about keeping things I'm able to do.
Yeah, these things have very low AC.
I
and
know.
that jelly that Snow just hit looks very hurt.
Yeah, there's not much I can really do. I'm gonna walk up to it and see if I could just like give it a little bonk on the noggin here.
Yeah, hit it with your new cane. It's a plus
That's-
1.
That's what I'm doing, which doesn't help much, but that makes it.
It helps a lot if you kill it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we're gonna do that then. We're gonna roll the hit here, which is not very good. Ooh, 15 plus 2, 17.
That hits.
Nice.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. That thing does 1d6 plus 1, right?
Yep,
But you have a -1 damage modifier with strength weapons, right?
I do.
So you just 1d6.
Okay, here we go. Open roll.
2.
Oh, yay.
It has 1 HP left.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, come on.
Gush, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to poke it. Damn it.
Not slash it.
Yep. Use my short sword.
Pop it. Twist it.
Poke it.
9?
Pierce it.
AC.
Yeah.
That
All right,
hits.
9 attack. Oh,
So you're
thank
going after the one with
Christ.
1 HP?
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
that
God.
one.
It is dead
Oh, God.
because it had 1 HP. Doesn't matter what you do to it.
Okay.
So another jelly falls. And
From the
you have
ceiling?
One. No. Like it falls.
Just like dead.
I'm kidding.
I've made you guys so scared now. Oh no, not more.
Can I punch it with a bonus action?
Yeah.
If I have 2-weapon fighting?
You would know to drop you like your scimitar. You're like, well, fuck this thing, and you put that away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, for fun, you could just use your other sword again. You switch hands real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You like throw it to
Okay.
the other one.
That's a 13. And that's an 8 damage.
Nice.
8 damage. Okay, very good.
Nice.
It's not looking too happy about that, and it is now its turn. It turns around. Nah, it's not gonna hit Soot. It's gonna go after you, Gush, because you just poked it. So Ooh, 19 plus. That hits. So it does 2d4 damage, I think is what I said, because I deleted its stats like an idiot. No, 2d6 plus 1d6, so a total of 3d6. Look at that, because part of that's acid. I rolled okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
God damn.
10 plus 2, so a total of 12 damage. But you know what? All of your damage is getting centralized on one person, so easy to heal.
Lordy.
Right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to like worry about like spreading out spells. All right, that was its turn. That's all it can do is just attack once, and it is top of the round. It is its turn again.
Okay. I shoot it.
I mean, you can just walk up to it and stab it twice, right?
No, I'm going to hit it for 17
Okay.
with my short bow for 5 plus 9.
14 damage.
14 damage.
That is exactly how much HP it had.
Yay!
And the jelly
I'm
falls.
very good at killing jellies.
And that big jelly that had fallen first, inside of it, there appeared to be a large hunk of metal that you think probably would fit inside that gate. Boop.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
What
I
are
have
all
written down.
What are all the
room-
piles of things there?
Oh, we'll discuss that in just a moment.
Cool.
What's up, baby?
What
What's-
noise?
We don't know, Bubba. You walked away.
She's still talking like soot.
Sorry. Oops.
What, baby?
Holly.
Come talk to us.